Hi people, you're welcome once again. This is your pharmacist. Today I have an interesting news for everyone, especially for the manufacturers in pharmaceutical industry. This year, a few days back, the Pfizer, the major producer that has the brand product for the pharmaceutical Lipitor, the drug for lowering blood cholesterol, lost its patent. So before I proceed, let me just explain what patent means. Patent is like if a company discovers a drug, they have the right to produce and sell this drug for 20 years in the market. No other company tries to produce something like that. So after the 20 years, this year is given for them to recover so much money they have spent in the research. Discovering a drug might cost millions and millions of dollars, and it might take up to 15 to 20 years. And some of the drugs they are researching on might come out, they will not be approved by the government. So for them the one that are approved, they have to make profit from it. So this Lipitor is the top selling drug in the world, and it has brought a revenue of about $12.4 billion for Pfizer in 2008 alone. $12.4 billion in 2008 for Pfizer alone in 2008. So you can see how much they have really made. So this year, the company lost the patent. So generic drugs cannot be manufactured. These generic drugs, companies can now manufacture and call it another. They can give it a trade name, or they use the chemical name like Atorvastatin cashew, which is the real chemical name for Lipitor. So right now, companies are competing to be the first to put their generic drugs in the market. Like one Indian company, Rambasi Laboratories, also Watson, which is a subsidiary of Pfizer. They are all coming out with their own generic drug. So the main thing there is that the branded drugs are expensive, but the generic drugs are very, very cheap. But you can't compare the branded drugs with the generic ones, because the branded ones have, I think, high purity of biological active substances. Then the generic ones can be up to that, but they are all cheap. The main purpose is that they will be cheap. So this drug, which is Lipitor, has been prescribed 17 million times. You can't imagine this. 17 million times. And the research took about 19 years. About 19 years to research. You can imagine what happened over 19 years. And you have and it has been studied over 400 times. That is studied in over 400 ongoing or completed clinical studies that included about 80,000 patients. Can you imagine that? That included about 80,000 patients, and this drug has brought $12.4 billion to Pfizer. So you can see right now why the reason companies are competing to produce the generic, because they know they're going to make a lot of money, lots and lots of money. So it's a very, very interesting news. So think of what you want to do. Do you want to start producing your own generic drugs? To be a nice one. Thanks for spending your time with me. Have a nice day.